Burning in water, drowning in flame. Did the creator of this show get dyslexia when coming up with a title for this pain in the ass episode? Welcome back to Fog Entertainment. We're here with season 3, episode 5. And who loves a house fire? I love a house fire. We've got Russell, an elderly resident of Broken Jar Ranch. His wife is out of bed. She's turned Martha. But she took out her false teeth, so it's alright. One last dance for her and Russell. Then he shoots her in the head. And himself dead. House is on fire. Boom! What are we going to do?
Yeah, two deaths here at the start of the episode. Not quite sure who these characters are, but they're dead anyway.
This guy was a founding father.
Founding father. Did he know his wife was dying? Did he know his wife got sick? Did his wife know she was getting sick and that's why she took out her teeth? Or did she not have any teeth and it was purely false teeth she had? I'm not entirely sure.
It was false teeth. I've just said that.
Yeah, but I mean... Well, what difference would it have made? Why were they out? Surely we get bit with false teeth, you wouldn't be passing on the saliva, so I mean...
I don't know why they were out, right? But she's turned... He must have obviously made a wee pact where that, here, whoever dies will just kill each other.
So they have one wee last dance, he lines up the gun and he shoots himself in the head, double kill, boom boom, one shot, 2 brains. Good night! Bye-bye. We say goodbye to 2 beloved characters in the opening 5 minutes.
2 beloved characters that I've already forgotten their names, but there's a fire and raging now. We've got to put it out until Jeremiah's like, no, we need the water. And you know what? I totally agree with this. Why would you waste so much water putting out a fire that's not...
not going to spread, it's just going to put out itself, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, I guess you could say that the fire might attract walkers, but I mean, they're supposed to be in a safe community, so we haven't really seen any walkers here. And I feel like that's an issue. We haven't really seen any walkers fucking at all.
No, we haven't.
We've seen some, but you've never felt like anybody was in danger, really.
Yeah.
Outside the first episode. Maybe the second episode when the helicopter crashed and the co-pilot turned into a walker. I mean, maybe that. But for the last couple of episodes, we've not really seen anything walker-related. Well, at least from this storyline. We did see a little bit with Daniel. But no, we don't see any walkers, and Jeremiah wants to keep the water, which is fair enough because water's valuable. Well, we see how much it means to Dante. Dante thinks water's very valuable.
It's a new currency.
He's willing to kill over it. So yeah, I mean, you wouldn't just throw money away. So why would you throw water away? It makes no sense.
Why would you throw water away? Indeed, right? Nick and Alicia are trying to persuade Madison not to join Troy in his mission to track the missing team that went to investigate the down chopper, but she's like...
But Troy's team needs a strong, independent female character, so of course she's going to go.
It's so forced. This would just make so much more sense if it was like Nick. Even though Nick's useless, I just feel like they're going to have to...
Plus, she is old. I mean, let's just fucking face the facts. I think it would make more sense if Alicia went. Madison's just old.
Yeah, she's like 50-year-old.
And I'm not saying that it's like old, decrepit old, but when you're 50 years old and you have no experience in anything like this, then I think it's just best to sit at the fucking ranch and let... Like, at least with Alicia, you could maybe say if she was trained, she could become a good...
Give you a good 25 years.
She could become a good fighter, but I mean, at Madison's age, it's like, I mean, if you haven't done anything by that, it's like, no one gets to 50 and joins the army.
No.
Just doesn't happen.
Carol Petlier does.
No, but I think Carol, when you look at Carol and you look at Madison, they're 2 of the most unrealistic characters, and it's not because they're female. I think when you look at other women in the show that went on to be good fighters, like Michonne, she's younger, she's more physical, she's more athletic. I think you can buy it with Michonne. Maggie as well, yeah, she was like the farmer's girl, but she's grew into it, you know, with the tough environment. But when you look at Madison and Carol, they're just like older age women that it's just not realistic for them to all of a sudden turn into fucking killing machines. And that's what we get with Madison. She goes on this trip, and instead of feeling like a lackey, instead of feeling like someone they've just brought along, she pretty much feels like second in command.
No, she does.
I mean, you could even argue she's telling Troy what to do.
Yeah, she's very manipulative.
Like, she should be bringing up the rear.
Aye. She should
She
be a
shouldn't
red
be giving
shirt.
any orders. She shouldn't be saying to these people, right, we're going to do this, we're going to go that way.
We're going to do what we want.
Come on, it should be none of that.
There should be none of that going down, guys, but sadly, she runs the show. They wipe out a herd after... One of the guys didn't want to, but then Troy wanted to, and then Madison, like you say, got the final say for some reason. Because that's what I do. Right, let's just wrap up Daniel and Strand. They get back to the hotel. Strand finally admits he's been bullshitting Daniel this whole time. Ophelia left ages ago. We don't know where she went. She betrayed us. Then Daniel leaves Strand behind. Why are we supposed to feel sorry for Strand? Out of curiosity.
I felt like he was done dirty though, to be fair.
I don't.
Although Daniel did save him, I guess. But Strand lied to him.
Exactly.
But shouldn't Daniel have saved him anyway? Because they were in the same. Technically, they were in the same.
No,
group.
but they are too.
Yeah, but should Strand really have needed to play the whole Ophelia card in order for Daniel to help him? Should Daniel not just have seen that he was wrongly imprisoned by this crazy fucking Dante guy and just help him anyway?
Yeah, but these two are two slippery snakes. Really, I don't care for either one of them in like the sense of he screwed him once or he screwed him. No, it's just 50-50, half a dozen of one, six of the other sort of pish going on with these two. And if they both died, I'd happily take it. But I'm pretty sure they both survived the show.
I just don't like how Fear has split up these characters into little different groups. I don't think these characters are good enough.
No.
I think in the original Walking Dead, I think it worked because there was only two main groups. You had Woodbury and you had the prison. And I think they've done a much better job. Woodbury did have the established character, I guess, in Meryl and Andrea. And then they also heavily focused on Michonne and the governor. Plus, I think they've done a good job with some other characters like Milton and Martinez. So, like, for me, Woodbury had much stronger characters, but when you're having Daniel and you're having Strand go off on their own and they have to be the main like focal point for each of their arcs, I'm not seeing it at this point of the season. Like, we literally have not seen Daniel since the midway point of season 2, but now he's supposed to be the main man in like his own episodes.
Could this show not have benefited though for like featuring a lot of characters from the original Walking Dead that are dead already? Or something like along the like, could we not see like these two running into like Abraham, Rosita, and Eugene? And I'm not particularly fond on them, but I think Fear the Walking Dead brings in like Dwight, Sherry, and Morgan. It's like, and it's completely unrealistic. At least if they run into the people I'm on about, it's at the start of the apocalypse where it's it's a possibility.
You could have had Abraham's group be in Fear for one episode.
Yeah,
where they just happen to bump into someone that is in Fear.
Morgan running into these guys, the timeline's at the window. It does not make any sense.
Yeah, anyway, let's move on. What happens at the ranch?
We've got Alicia and Jake getting closer. Do not care for this. Jake is a fucking tool.
I don't get this because Alicia seemed like she was in school. And Jake seems like he's older than school.
Well, the tapes were in 96. I would say Jake's, but then this is set in 2010. He's a good bit older.
Jake's older than Troy.
Aye.
And Troy's older than Alicia.
So should Jake
And Troy's older than Nick.
Should Jake Otto take a seat?
Jake Otto might need to take a seat.
He might need to take a seat.
Well, what's the time? What time has passed since the outbreak? I'm assuming it's a couple of months in this.
Yeah, so the seat would have to be taken then. But here, they talk about books. It's just filler, man.
I'm not saying he has to take a seat. Like, it's not like she's fucking 14, but I'm surprised Madison's okay with this.
Well, she's too busy.
Because Alicia's age group seems to be those people that she was down smoking the marijuana with or doing the drugs with.
Aye.
That seems to be people are more around her age group, whereas Jake seems to be considerably older than that.
Yeah, I agree with that. But
that's the apocalypse. We've got more important things to worry about.
But yeah, we've got the outpost. We get there. Troy's like, everybody's dead, and then guess what? We find this guy getting his head pecked at by a crow, and it turns out this guy's also a founding father. So, how many founding fathers? I mean, is this not a bit unrealistic that these two guys are founding fathers, Phil and the other guy for the start of the episode, and they've died within like what 10 minutes of each other, and Jeremiah's been running deep with these guys for like 25 years. I mean, come on, who are we trying to kid here?
Well, surely when the other founding fathers find out what's happened to these guys, they're going to be up for a fight, and they're not just going to run away at the first chance.
Not getting their fucking RV and drive off.
But yeah, this guy's getting pecked away by a crow. Troy.
He keeps saying the same line. I can't remember what it was. It was like, what was it? What was it he kept saying?
Like land or something.
The land is not Mars. Mars bars. Land.
So Madison puts this guy out of his misery. She doesn't know him. Surely it should have been Troy, but or someone else from the group. But no, it's Madison. Then they're told by some Indian-looking guy, "Put your guns down," and it turns out they're surrounded. They're surrounded by about 20 native Indians, They've got them at gunpoint. They want the land back. They say that Jeremy's ranch belongs to them and they want it back and they're going to come for it. But they're going to allow everyone to go back and tell Jeremy they're not going to kill anybody. I guess that's nice of them. But they strip them of their equipment. They even take their shoes. I'm not sure if they took their shoes for themselves or they took their shoes just to punish them.
I think it was more here. They've got a long walk back.
So I'm not entirely sure what part that was. But yeah, they take the shoes, take the guns, take their equipment, take their water, and that's essentially it. They're left there stranded.
They're left there stranded. They have to walk home, bloody feet and all, but we'll get to that a wee bit later on because Madison wakes up in the middle of the night with a knife to her throat. It's Troy, and then I can't remember the guy. I think it's Nick, not Nick. What's it? Mike? Might be Mike. He's just looking at this while this is all going on, and she gets him to back down. You're the better man, Troy. Just a weird fucking scene. Like, what is Troy? Does he view Madison now as like a mother figure? I think she's just completely manipulating him that way, though. At least Troy's got something about him, right? Even if he's mentally ill, at least there's a bit of character there. It's more than can be said for 99% of the people on this show.
Aye.
Like, you know what? I think he comes back in season 8. I can see how this guy lasts like 5 seasons. There's other people who I'm beginning to question how they can. And Nick goes to visit Jeremiah. He's like, a gun. He's like, I'm not used to guns. And then Nick's like, I should leave with Luciana. He's like, is that what you want? He's like, my mom wants me to stay. What do you want, Nick? Then Nick wakes up and Luciana's left.
He's all alone. So Luciana, Nick done his best to save Luciana. Luciana didn't even give this place a chance. She just decided to leave.
But see,
just leave Nick like this.
You believe that these two are like related. Nick loves her, and she just leaves during the night and fucking leaves him behind.
And why was she so hell bent on escaping this place? It's a fucking safe enough place. They've actually brought you in. They treated you. They helped save your life, and you're so hell bent on leaving. Just doesn't make any sense. I feel like in this season they've pretty much copied a shitload of what they did for the original Walking Dead season 3.
Yep.
With Michonne, oh, it's not safe here, and then obviously you got the two factions fighting. It does feel to me a lot similar to season 3, but that was pretty much the end of this episode.
Yeah, that was the end of this episode, guys. I'm going to give it a...
I'll get a 4. It was all right. I mean, it was...
I'll give it a 4 out of 10. You know what? I would say it's probably the best season of Fear.
Honestly. 100%. I'd say it's the best season of Fear.
But that doesn't necessarily mean it's great, does it?
I mean, I thought season 1 was okay, but I think the whole... Season 1, I liked episodes 1 and 2.
Aye.
I didn't like 3, 4, and 5. And I thought the finale was pretty good.
That's a lot of episodes you didn't like, though.
No, but I thought in season 1, the whole army coming in. Remember they did a 3-week time skip? An army take over the
border.
Yeah, for me that sucked.
It sucked, guys, but we're going to give this a 4 out of 10. Be back very soon with episode 6. But until next time, peace.